Verse 45. Sve sve karmanya birata samsiddhim labhate naraha svakarmani rata siddhim yata vindati tachtrinu. Now please hear from me how those who perform the prescribed duties attain all perfection. Verse 46. Yata pravitir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam svarkarmana tamabhyarcha siddham vindati manavaha. Human beings achieve perfection through prescribed duties by worshiping the Supreme Person, from whom all things originate and who is omnipresent. Verse 47. Shreyan swadharmo viguna paradharma svanushtitat svabhavaniyatam karma kurvam napnoti kilbisham. It is better to perform one's own duty, dharma, imperfectly than to perform another's duty perfectly. One is never subject to bad karma by performing one's prescribed duties according to one's own nature. Verse 48. Sahajam karma kunteya sadosham apninachyajet sarvaramba hidoshena duminagnir ivaritaha. O son of Kunti, one's prescribed duties must never be abandoned. All activities are covered with some fault, just as smoke covers fire. Verse 49. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigataspriyaha naiskarmya siddham paramam sanyasenadi gacchati. The stage of perfect renunciation is attained by becoming unattached to material objects, disregarding material enjoyments, by doing one's duty and being unattached to the results. Anuvriti by Srila Guru Maharaj. In the above verses, Sri Krishna stresses to Arjuna that one's duties or prescribed dharma, according to the Varnashram system, should never be abandoned. One may think that they are not performing their duty perfectly, but Krishna says that one should remain steadfast and not yield to abandonment. At the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna showed an inclination to abandon his duty as a Kshatriya. Arjuna was disinclined to fight and was thinking that it might be better to take up the plow or the staff of renunciation, but Krishna did not agree. Now the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna is drawing to a close, and we will soon see that Krishna has revived Arjuna, and with a regained heart, he will resume his duty with full enthusiasm. Verse 50. Siddham prapto yata brahma tatapnoti nibodhame samasenaiva konteya nishajanasya yapara. O son of Kunti, now learn from me how one can attain perfection by acting in the way that I shall now briefly describe to you. Verses 51, 52, and 53. Bhuja vishuddhaya yukto drityatmanam niyamyacha shabdadim vishayams chaktva ragadveshu vyudasyacha vivikta sevi lagvasi yatavakaya manasaha dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashitaha ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodam parigraham vimucha nirmama shanto brahma bhuyaya kolpate. With pure intelligence, controlling the mind with determination, abandoning attachment to sense objects, being devoid of both attachment and hatred, residing in a secluded place, eating little, controlling speech, body, and mind, being constantly engaged in meditating on the Supreme Person, being renounced, free from egotism, the misuse of power, conceit, lust, anger, covetousness, and being unselfish and peaceful, such a person is qualified for realization of the absolute truth. Verse 54. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma Na Shochati Na Kanchati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. When such a self-satisfied person realizes the absolute truth, he neither rejoices nor laments. Seeing all beings equally, he attains transcendental devotion unto me. Verse 55. Bhaktya mama bijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. Through such devotion, that person knows me in truth. Thus, knowing me in truth, he enters my realm. Verse 56. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madhyapashrayaha mat prashadadavapnoti shasvatam padam avyayam. Although one may constantly engage in various activities, by my mercy, those who take shelter of me reach my eternal abode. Verse 57. Cetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasha matparaha buddhi yogam upashritya majchita satatam bhava. Consciously renouncing all activities unto me, considering me to be the supreme goal, and taking shelter of the process of devotion, always think of me. Verse 58. Machchita sarva durgani mat prashadat tarishyasi atachet tvam ahankaran nashoshasi vinangshasi. By my mercy, all your troubles will be overcome if you think of me. However, if out of false ego you ignore me, you will perish. Verse 59. Yadahankaram ashritya nayochya iti manyase vijaisavya vasayaste prakristvam niyokshati. If due to false ego you think, I will not fight, your decision will be useless because your very nature will urge you to do so. Verse 60. Svabhavajena konteya nibadasvena karmana kartum nechasi anmohat karishasya vasopitata. Being bound by your intrinsic nature, the very activity that you now refuse to perform due to bewilderment will inevitably be carried out by you, O son of Kunti. I just want to mention that right now we are experiencing a hurricane. We're right on the edge of a hurricane, Hurricane Grace, and we're getting really a lot of rain, and that's why you may be hearing noise in the background, rumbling. So actually, the name of the hurricane is Grace, and I think it's Krishna's grace, because we're not getting any really wind, we're just getting a lot of rain, which we need. So Krishna's grace is on us. So excuse if you can hear this rumbling noise in the background. Verse 61. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tistati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudani mayaya. O Arjuna, the Supreme Controller resides in the hearts of all living beings. By his illusory energy, he directs all their activities as if they were mounted on a machine. Verse 62. Tameva saranam gacha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim stanam prapshyasi shashvatam. O Bharat, take shelter in him with all your heart, and by his mercy you will achieve everlasting peace and the supreme abode. Anuvriti by Srila Guru Maharaj. Sri Krishna now gives Arjuna an infusion of encouragement by stating that by following his instructions, Arjuna will realize the absolute truth and will enter his supreme abode. By consciously offering the results of all his actions into Krishna, by devoting himself to Krishna and always thinking about Krishna, Arjuna will achieve all perfection. The alternative, Krishna says, is that by neglecting his instructions, Arjuna will surely perish. This is the open secret of Bhagavad Gita, and one who adheres to its message that is free from all material defects and is delivered by the Supreme Person, Sri Krishna, becomes perfect in knowledge and self-realization. Neglecting Krishna's instructions is, however, tantamount to spiritual suicide, and Krishna warns Arjuna that if he takes that path, he will surely perish into the world of bewilderment, illusion, and death. Verse 63. Iti te gyanam akyatam guyad guyataram maya vimrishaita desheshena yateshasi tatakuru. I have thus disclosed to you that knowledge which is the most confidential. Deliberate upon it and do as you wish. Verse 64. Sarva guyatamam bhuya sprinu me paramam vachaha istase me dridam iti tata vakshami te hitam. Listen once again to the most confidential secret of all, my supreme instruction. Because you are very dear to me, I am telling you this for your ultimate benefit. Verse 65. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajimam namaskuru mami vashasi satyam te pratijani priyosi me. Fix your mind upon me. Devote yourself to me. Worship me and offer your respects unto me. By doing so, you will certainly come to me. I promise you this because you are very dear to me.